Hi all. So I said in my last video I'd give you a quick video explaining the use of force and self-defense and how far you could go to protect your dog from being stolen. And this can be used not just against that, but against general self-defense against being attacked and everything else and property being stolen. So the law that you want to look at is called Section 3 Criminal Law Act. So if you type in Google Section 3 Criminal Law Act, you'll see things that will come up on Google search and go on the government website and it will explain to you there. Nice link. It's a lot of different clauses and explanations, but it's pretty straightforward. So what I'm going to try and do here is try and simplify it for you. So basically, at the moment, and I don't agree with it at all, and I'm sure there's many people that don't, but if your dog was being stolen or was stolen, it would be classed as the same as your mobile phone being stolen, but by a third party. And the laws and the crime is exactly the same punishment, which is not right, in my eyes anyway. But that's the law at the moment. There are petitions flying around at the moment. I've signed one. If you want to get involved, have a look at the petitions flying around to try and make dog theft an individual criminal charge on its own. And the more signatures we can get, the more then it will go out and be discussed in Parliament, and hopefully the political parties that govern our countries will then look at it and maybe make it an actual offence on its own, and with a harsher sentence. Because if you're like anything like me, my dogs are family. Like you can just see Leah's face there for a minute, and you know, at the end of the day, to me, it's protecting life, which is as serious as you can get. Okay, so basically, what the law says in a nutshell is, if you think or you believe that your life is in danger, then you can use whatever necessary force you think is reasonable to stop that threat from happening. So eliminate the threat. Okay, so this is a very broad guideline. This doesn't just apply to life. If you feel that your property is in danger, so of being stolen, you've also got the right to use reasonable force to prevent that piece of property from being stolen. So you know, if it's a phone or wallet, keys, you can still legally protect yourself, self-defense, to stop that property from being stolen. So this is the key thing. It's what you believe. You've got to genuinely believe that your life was in danger, or that your dog was going to actually get stolen, or your property is going to get stolen, and then you can then use the appropriate level of force to eliminate that threat. So what is the level of force that is appropriate? So this is a grey area in this law. So what they look at when prosecuting is, example, I'll give you an example, best way to do it, okay? Someone tried to steal my dog, grab my dog's lead while I'm walking around, taking her for a walk. I use self-defense to create damage to his hand or her hand, maybe by hammering it or by hitting it with a key or with a buckle or something like this, or a bottle, and I accidentally, or by doing that, I break a bone in his hand or her hand. They let go of the lead, they're now in pain, and I can get away. If I get away and leave it at that, that's fine, because I genuinely believed that I did what I need to do to stop that person from holding that lead. But however, if after I've done the damage on the hand and they're now not going to be in a position to take my dog away, I carry on, because I'm emotionally charged, I carry on in striking this person and creating more damage to this person, that can be seen as excessive force. And therefore, in the eyes of the law and in the courts, I can then be the attacker and can be punished for doing so, if they could prove that I continued doing it when the threat was no longer there. So what it is you know, if you've got keys in your hand, for example, and I said that in my first video, if you go out of your house with keys in your hand and you're actively looking for people like this with your keys in your hand, and you're looking for attackers to go and hurt, that's not appropriate force. Okay, that's not self-defense. You could be seen as an attacker. However, you're walking along with your dog, you feel a sixth sense, maybe you look over your shoulder, or you see a van pull up ahead, or you've seen a van drive by and you see it come back, and you're thinking, now I'm scared that there might be dog thieves in there going to pick up my dog and take it away. I then take out keys from my pocket and I'm holding it because I'm genuinely scared and I genuinely believe that my dog is in danger, or I'm in danger from these people in this van. That's different. And then if something happened, I use the key to strike or attack, and then the attack is no longer there, I can then get out of there. That's fine. As long as when I've striked or I've used the keys or whatever, or my fist or my elbow or whatever I've decided to do to strike, and I've created enough pain so that their threat is eliminated, I should no longer create any more pain and I should get out. Does that make sense? I hope it does. It's basically doing what you need to do to get out of there. That's your objective. Once you're out of there, then that's it. You know, if you've eliminated the threat, there is no need for you to carry on striking. So this is basically the way the law is simplified. You know, you can't go out there with the intent to create pain or cause harm to another. But should a threat or something like that happen to yourself, or an attack happen to yourself, you can use whatever force you feel is reasonable to eliminate that threat, and then you get out of that situation. And that's what we obviously teach in KMDT and self-defense, is just to eliminate the threat and get out. We get in, we get out. We don't hang about, because emotions are charged. You've got your dog, you're panicked, you know, your adrenaline's going. It's very easy to keep on striking and hitting someone when you shouldn't really need to if the threat is no longer there. Even if they deserved it or not, it's irrelevant. But yeah, so have a look at Section 3, Criminal Law Act. There's a lot of information there, but in a nutshell, basically it's 1, do not go out armed to go out and hurt someone. 2, you can use reasonable force just to eliminate the threat of being attacked or of property being stolen, or third party being injured. So you can do that to save another person who's in danger. Yeah, only use enough force so that the threat is eliminated and get out. Hope that makes sense. Any questions, obviously, just give us a shout, message me, and I'll do my best to answer them and put a post out. All right, thanks very much, guys. Take care. See you soon. Cheers. Bye.